Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lena if you guys are new, and if you're not new, welcome back. I am super excited to be reacting to my hospital bag video today. I feel like I kind of did pretty good with my hospital bag, but there were a few things that I just didn't use and kind of felt like a little excessive, so I thought I would do this video to share with you guys what you actually need. If you guys haven't seen the original what's in my hospital bag video, I will link that down below, but basically I'm just gonna have it playing on screen. I'll let you guys know what I actually used and what I didn't. Also, I would love for you guys to give this video a thumbs up if you guys like these kind of videos, if you guys want more like mommy and baby and like pregnancy, postpartum related content. Give this video a thumbs up so I know. Okay, I'm gonna watch it on my phone. I'll have it on screen and I'll just kind of react to it. I'm gonna skip through my intro. We'll get into the products. I am bringing a small carry-on sized roller bag luggage for me and the baby. It's right next to me, but I'm not gonna like pick it up. So I'm gonna put me and the baby's clothes in that. Then I'm bringing my just regular like tote bag purse so that I can have like easy access to certain things that I may need during labor. And then I'm just bringing like a smaller duffel size bag for my husband and for larger items like snacks. Okay, so as far as like the bags I brought, I feel like I did pretty good. I did like having a roller luggage. That way I could kind of like put the duffel bag on top, just kind of roll everything through the hospital. That way we're not like lugging everything on our shoulders. I don't know, I just feel like I really liked having like this smaller like roller luggage, so I would totally recommend that. I wouldn't really recommend bringing like a big roller luggage because I feel like that's a little bit excessive, so I feel like we did pretty good on the number of bags, so I was happy with that. Okay, the first thing I want to mention are the shoes I'm wearing up to the hospital. So these are just some Adidas slides. These are just super easy to... I wore those shoes, let me pause this. I wore those shoes throughout my entire pregnancy. Since they were a little bit big on me when I first got them, they were perfect because my feet wound up swelling towards the end of my pregnancy, and they were like the only shoes that were actually comfortable and actually fit, and they were so easy to just like slide on. So I would totally recommend getting yourself a pair of like Adidas slides or just like any slides. Yeah, those were like the best, and like I wore them to the hospital, all over the room. Like if I need to go to the bathroom, they were super easy to like slip on. So would totally recommend a pair of slides over like a pair of like house shoes or like fuzzy slippers. The other thing is I was scared that I actually like gained a shoe size during my pregnancy, but it turned out that my feet were just like super swollen, and thankfully like a couple of weeks after delivery they like went down and I'm able to like wear my other shoes, my regular shoes, and I'm so happy about that. The next thing I'm bringing is a couple of pillows. So hospital pillows. Okay, the pillows were like the best thing that I brought to the hospital, you guys. I would totally recommend bringing your own pillows. The pillows that the hospital provides are, or at least at my hospital, they were so thin, so hard as a rock, and the best thing I did for myself is bring myself a comfortable pillow to put under my head and like put behind my back. And even just having extra pillows was so nice because they're just so hard to come by in the hospital. They only give you like 2 and you need like so many more than that. Those pillows were supposed to be like one for me, one for Omar, but I didn't care about Omar at that point. I mean, at least one pillow, but I would say just bring 2 pillows because you won't regret it. Speaking of pillows, this is something that I have gotten a lot of use out of during my 3rd trimester. This is a wedge pillow. This wedge pillow. I know that it kind of sounds like kind of weird to use this, but I have gotten so much use out of this wedge pillow, like even after delivery. If you guys saw my newborn essentials, I've been using it for my baby. So it's basically like a little wedge pillow where you can like just lay on it and like not have your belly like hang while you're like laying on your side. And if you are delivering at a hospital, especially with an epidural, they're gonna have you laying on your side for the majority of your labor. So I knew that this thing would come in handy, and it definitely did. I used it the entire labor. It was so comfortable, and my nurse was basically saying like, oh my gosh, like what is that? Like she had never seen one before, and she also thought it was genius. So I wish that our hospital like provided these for all of our patients, but anyways, I brought my own and I would totally recommend it. And like I said before, I'm still using it to like prop my baby's head up while she's sleeping. So yeah, I love that thing. I went ahead and just picked up a little affordable blanket from Target, and this is okay. So I wound up not bringing the blanket, And it was mainly because Omar said that we didn't have enough room for the blanket, and we really didn't. Like, I guess it was taking up a lot of space, but I really like wish I would have had my own blanket once I got to the hospital, just because like the hospital blanket wasn't like as soft as the one that I would have brought. I think maybe I'm just like, I don't know, maybe I'm a little bit high maintenance, but it would have been more comfortable, and I kind of wish I would have had it. I would say bring pillows over a blanket like any day. Next, I'm going to share with you guys what I'm bringing in this little, I'm going to call it like my little labor pouch because this I'm going to keep in my purse so it's easily accessible during labor. I'm not really going to want to open up my roller luggage during labor. Okay, so that is true. I did not open up my roller luggage at all. So having this little labor pouch, like I called it, it was honestly awesome because I could just have Omar like hand me my little baggie that was in my purse, and it had the things I needed in it. I did not use everything in this, but it was a very good idea, and I would totally recommend doing that to everyone, just having like a little like pouch that's easily accessible with all of your like necessities for labor. Okay, so in this little bag I have a pack of facial wipes. Did I use these? No, I didn't use these at all because I was just in literally no makeup the entire time, except for the last day right before we left. I put some makeup on to take some pictures, but then I took my makeup off once I got home. So I never used these facial wipes. I would still recommend bringing them, I guess, but I just didn't use them. I have deodorant and I have some chapstick. These are going to be things that you will definitely want to, like, you know, refresh yourself during labor. I also brought this little fan. Okay, so the deodorant was like the first thing that I reached for during labor. As soon as they started the Pitocin on me, I just started like profusely sweating, like dripping down. Like I wasn't even hot, I was just sweaty and wet, and I think it was hormonal, I'm not really sure. I did use the chapstick, so totally recommend. Both of those things are like total essentials. I did not reach for the fan, which I'm a very cold-natured person. I don't know why I really thought I would need a fan, but as an L&D nurse, I just feel like so many patients could have benefited from having a little fan, because I used to always fan my patients with like a folder or something while they were pushing, and like the washcloth, but I just didn't wind up needing any of that, I guess. So fan is still a really good idea if you guys are like hot natured or whatever, especially if someone has like a really long labor, but I just didn't use it. So good idea, but just didn't use it. I have used that fan several times since Elena was born, and we've used it on like going on walks in the car seat, or in the stroller, I mean. I also have a little facial spray as well to just help keep me feeling fresh, and a little like travel size moisturizer. I did not use the facial spray, and I did not use the moisturizer. I feel like maybe if my labor had been longer, I would have reached more for some of these things, but it was just a little bit faster than I anticipated. But yeah, didn't use either of those. I have an extra hair tie. This is definitely an essential. Okay, yeah, a hair tie is definitely an essential, but I went up to the hospital wearing one, so I just didn't reach for like a second one. But having an extra one is definitely a good idea, especially like if your first one breaks and you're screwed, like, yeah, you definitely want to have an extra one just in case, in my opinion. Also threw in a pair of grippy socks. You do not. Ooh, the grippy socks. Okay, these I really thought were excessive because I knew that the hospital provided them, but I threw them on at the beginning of labor and I loved having them on. And I also brought the extra pair that came in this pack. I put it in the bag for Omar. My feet were so swollen. Me and Omar were wearing the same size socks. So he wore them around the hospital, like the hospital room as well. That way he didn't have to put on his like tennis shoes if he just wanted to like walk around the room. I don't know. He liked having those, so I thought that would be a good idea to like tell you guys to bring grippy socks for your partner. So I also have my AirPods in here, and I'm also going to like, I guess, just try to throw in my phone charger. I did use my AirPods and I did use my charger. The next thing that I'm bringing that I can't really pre-pack as well is our camera equipment, because I'm constantly using that, but I definitely want to make sure we're bringing our cameras and chargers and like SD cards and all the things that we need. Okay, so as far as like the camera and the SD cards and all that stuff, we brought all of it and we used all of it, and it's so funny. If you guys could have seen us like the second day, like after I delivered, we literally had the baby in her little bassinet, and I put like all these different swaddle blankets, bows, and we got the camera set up, and we just like made sure that she was in the perfect lighting. We even moved the couch out of the way so we could get her closer to the window. We had the whole studio set up in the room. It was so funny. It would only be Omar and I who would literally have like a photo shoot like one day postpartum. But definitely bring like photo props and your cameras and all the things, because you will not regret having those pictures. I'm gonna be wearing the hospital gown during labor and even a little bit afterward. So I did wear the hospital gown and I didn't regret it. I just like felt like I didn't want to get my own clothes or my own gown dirty, and it definitely would have gotten dirty because like even like in the beginning of my labor when my doctor broke my water, I mean I had a lot of fluid and that would have just completely ruined my own gown. So yeah, definitely recommend just wearing the hospital gown and then just changing into your own clothes like after you take a shower, like the next day after you deliver. This is a sleep dress. I'm gonna bring a couple of these. I only have one right now, but I'm gonna throw another one in my bag just in case I get this one dirty. Okay, totally recommend the sleep dresses, like the nightgown, like button down sleep dresses. Those were awesome. I wore that like after I took a shower. It was great for breastfeeding. It was so comfortable, and I have 2 of them now, and I've been wearing them at home like during postpartum period, and they've been great for breastfeeding and just wearing around the house. So totally recommend those. I will link those below. They're from Target. I'm also bringing a nursing tank top. I think this will be really nice to just lounge around and have easy access for breastfeeding. Okay, so loved the nursing cami. I've been wearing that around the house as well after I got home. So basically what I did is after I took a shower, I changed into the nursing cami, and then I threw over that the long sleeve sleep dress, and that was kind of like my outfit for the next 24 hours, and it was awesome. Super easy for breastfeeding, super easy for the nurses to check my bleeding and all that stuff, and it was super comfortable. I did not wind up wearing the nursing bra. I just kind of brought it as an extra like other option, but since the tank top like had a bra built in and it was just like super easy, I didn't reach for the nursing bra. It's called the Afterband by Ingrid and Isabel. I think this is going to be really nice to just help you feel more secure. Okay, and I did not wear the Afterband. I still have not worn any kind of band, which I probably should because I still have a tummy. Maybe that would help kind of like suck everything in and just make everything look really smooth, and also help me like with my abdominal muscles, because I feel like I have no abdominal muscles whatsoever. But yeah, I just haven't felt the need. Maybe if I had had a C-section, I've heard that ladies who have C-sections like having like more compression around their incision, but then again I've also heard people hate that and they don't like anything tight around their incision. So honestly, the first few days after delivery and like right after, my stomach did feel like jello. Maybe I should have worn it, but I don't know, your stomach really does feel like really weird after delivery. Also brought a nursing bra. I just got this one off Amazon. So I didn't wind up wearing that nursing bra at the hospital, but I did want to say that I really do love that nursing bra. Like once I got home, if I need to go out, I don't really wear it around the house, but it's a bra like if I need to get dressed up and go out, like that's the bra that I really love wearing. And I did order a second one off Amazon because I loved it so much. So I will link that down below, and it's been super comfortable and I think really like flattering. So I really loved that one. Bringing a little thin jersey robe. I did not wear this robe, even though it's so pretty. So since I was only at the hospital for 24 hours after delivery, I didn't wind up wearing the robe. I just wore the tank top and the like sleep dress. I thought I would mention this now. These are the clothes I'm gonna be wearing home. So this is like my coming home outfit. This was like the perfect going home outfit. This was so comfy and I loved having like stretchy pants. I will link this outfit if it's still available on Target, because it was like a super comfy loungewear set from Target, and it had like that really soft material. It's the same material as the sleep dress and I'm obsessed with that. Another thing I'm bringing is just a jersey hijab. Okay, so I did wear the jersey hijab. I like threw it on when I was being transferred from L&D to postpartum, and it was just like a super easy one to throw on. I also wore it home, so would recommend jersey because it's just really easy if you wear hijab. This is my breastfeeding pillow that I purchased. I'm just gonna leave this in the car and I'm not gonna get it out unless I absolutely... Okay, I did not wind up bringing my breastfeeding pillow, and I really wish that I did, because that is whenever I struggled the most with breastfeeding, was like when you first breastfeed at the hospital. That is like when you're just like the most frustrated because it's just so new. So I would honestly recommend bringing it and putting it in the car. We didn't even put it in the car. I don't know why I didn't do that. Honestly, I really did like the My Breast Friend pillow. I used it for the first like week or two, and it really was helpful when the baby was super tiny. I feel like the boppy kind of has like a little bit of a space in between like my stomach and the pillow, and the baby would literally have just like fallen straight into the space and it wouldn't have been as helpful. So that's why I really like the My Breast Friend for the early stages. Really wish we would have brought it because I was kind of struggling a little bit with how to position her, but once we got the hang of it, I really don't use that specific pillow anymore. As I'm watching this, I really just feel like I seem like the most high maintenance person in this world. I feel like I'm not that high maintenance, but then I can see how watching this video, someone would think that I'm just like super high maintenance and I need like all the different things. The next thing I'm bringing are some shower shoes. So I did use the shower shoes. Yeah, I did use them, and I'm glad that I did because I know that you never know like who's been in that shower before you. I'm also bringing my own Perry bottle. This is okay. I honestly did not use the Perry bottle that I brought to the hospital. I just found it easier to just use the one that they provided because it was right there, and I didn't want to dig this one out of my suitcase. And I honestly didn't use it after delivery either. Like once I got home, I just wound up using the bidet that was connected to my toilet. So I didn't wind up using that. The next thing I'm bringing are a few of these postpartum diapers. Okay, the postpartum disposable underwear by Always, that was totally worth it. I would totally recommend bringing that even to the hospital, even though they do provide you with the mesh underwear and the pads and stuff. I found this so much more comfortable. I wore them like for the first week and a half. Honestly, I just went ahead and just finished the pack of diapers that I bought because I loved them so much. They were so comfortable, so convenient. Yeah, those are like my #1 essential for postpartum, and I would definitely bring some to the hospital. I'm also bringing some nipple pads. I'm not really sure if I'm gonna need these. Okay, I didn't think I would honestly be using the nipple pads, but I actually did use them, and it wasn't because I was leaking milk or anything like that. It was because I was using the nipple butter like crazy, and I didn't want to get that all over my nursing cami or whatever. So I like globbed on like a whole ton of nipple butter, and then I put the nipple pads over that just so I didn't get everything dirty. So I would totally recommend bringing nipple butter and the nursing pads. The first couple of days, like I said, of breastfeeding are like the biggest learning curve. That's when you can really develop like the cracking and the scabs, and I definitely had all of that, like blisters and all of that stuff the first couple of days. So definitely recommend bringing your nipple butter. The one I got, I really loved. It smells like cocoa butter, like chocolate or something. It smells so good. And the lactation consultant that I had come in and kind of help me with my latch, she said that that one was a really good one, so she would also recommend it. But yeah, it'll be linked below. I also am bringing my own shampoo and conditioner, you guys. Okay, so I did wind up taking a shower like the day after I delivered. I just really wanted to like feel fresh, but I did not wind up washing my hair. I thought I would want to like wash my hair, but honestly the reason I didn't is because the shower was so cold. It did not get like as hot as I usually like my shower, so I was freezing, and I just wanted to like get out of the shower. I just wanted to like wash my body off and get out. Also, like I've seen a lot of other women pack their own towels, which I felt like it was a little bit excessive, but once I like dried myself off with the hospital towel, I could see why people bring their own towels, because it was so like rough and like terrible. It was like the worst towel I'd ever used. So I probably, like if I had to do it again, I probably wouldn't bring my own towel, but just so you guys know, like if you feel like that's a necessity for you, maybe bring your own towel. I didn't wind up washing my hair at the hospital. I just waited until I got home since we were only there 24 hours after delivery. For skincare, I have my makeup remover wipes that are in my purse, and then I'm also just bringing a cleanser. I also just put a little bit in this little travel case as well. I'm bringing a moisturizer, and then this is my Good Genes by Sunday Riley. It's like one of my favorite skincare products ever. And I did wind up using all of my skincare, my face wash, my moisturizer, the Good Genes. I used all of that, and I really was glad that I brought it because it just made me feel like a little bit more human and just fresh. These are called After Ease drops, and these are supposed to help with the cramping. Okay, the After Ease drops, you guys. I actually have not tried them yet. It wasn't necessary for me at the hospital, and the main reason is because I just didn't cramp that much after delivery, like with breastfeeding, and mainly it's because it was my first baby. Usually the cramping will get worse and worse the more babies you have, so maybe like with my next baby, I might find that this is a necessity. The last thing that I'm bringing for myself, which I'm not sure 100% if I will use it, is just a little bag of makeup. I did wind up putting on makeup, and I'm kind of glad that I had it just to feel a little bit more human after I took a shower. I like tried to put some makeup on so we could take some family pictures at the hospital. Moving on to what I'm bringing for the baby. So yes, the hospital does provide like all the diapers and wipes and all that stuff. Next time I would bring my own like water wipes just because I prefer those, and I probably would bring like the diapers that I prefer to use just because I don't really want to use things that have like a lot of like harsh chemicals, even though those aren't really essentials. But I am gonna go ahead and bring a couple of outfits, so I'm gonna share the ones that I'm bringing. 2 outfits were definitely a necessity because she got the first one dirty within 24 hours and had to change. If I was there for a longer than 24-hour period, I may have even needed like another set of clothes for her. But another thing that I brought that I don't think I mentioned is a plastic baggie so that I could put her dirty clothes in that, and I did wind up using that, and it was awesome. I'm glad that I had that. So I really liked the knotted gown. I really loved that. It was super easy for diaper changes. The only reason that I'm not really using the knotted gowns right now anymore is because it is August and it is so hot, and I feel like my baby just sweats whenever I like have her completely covered. So right now I've been putting her in more like short sleeve onesies or like tank top onesies, and then if I feel like she's cold, I'll like wrap her in like a lightweight swaddle blanket. But the long sleeve stuff, she just sweats. Like, she's just a very hot natured baby. That's just my baby, but I do really love the knotted gowns. They're super convenient and so cute. So the knotted gown is 0 to 3 month, and then the onesie that I brought was newborn size, and my baby was 7 pounds even at delivery, and it's normal for babies to lose a little bit of weight at after delivery as well in the hospital. So the newborn size was like the perfect fit for her. The knotted gown was honestly like a little bit big, so I would say like definitely bring newborn and 0 to 3 month just so that you like can have something that actually fits your baby. The other thing is the fold over mittens were really helpful. I kind of wish I had brought the just regular mittens as well, because I mean their nails are just like super long and they definitely scratch themselves. One thing that I brought that I didn't mention is a baby nail file, and I'm super glad that I brought that. I think that is definitely an essential, just so you can like file their nails down so that they don't scratch themselves. I wouldn't recommend bringing nail clippers for them because their nails are so tiny that it's just so hard to cut their nails. So a little just baby nail file is perfect. I am bringing my own pacifier. I brought the pacifier, but we did not wind up using it at all. I mean, I was just trying to get used to breastfeeding, and the lactation consultant that helped me, she just suggested not really introducing a pacifier right away because of like nipple confusion. Also, that pacifier is still way too big for my baby's mouth. Like, I needed one like half the size, so I had to go out and find like a really mini newborn size pacifier. The Bibs one that I got was, it's just, she chokes on it, so it was too big for her mouth. Next, I'm bringing just a bunch of like cute photo props and stuff. Oh, I used all the props for pictures and the letterboard. Oh, the one thing that I didn't bring though is scissors to cut the letters for the letterboard. So I had to borrow some from the nurses, which was fine, which I mean, I really didn't need to bring scissors because it was easy to just like borrow them. But yeah, that's one thing that I kind of wish I brought. 2 pairs of pajamas, 2 pairs of regular clothes. So since we only stayed 24 hours after delivery, we really only needed like 1 extra pair of clothes for Omar, and like 1 pair of pajamas. I didn't need 2. And I think like since we live so close to the hospital, if he needed to go home and shower and change, he could have done that easily. So I didn't have to bring all of that stuff for my husband. Also going to pack him snacks, which I actually already have his snack bag. Oh, the snacks. So he definitely took advantage of the snacks. I would have loved to take advantage of the snacks, but I was still like having gallbladder pain. So I would definitely recommend bringing snacks for you and your husband. Making sure that he has his ID is super important. A lot of labor and delivery and postpartum units are lockdown units, which means you have to have your ID. Oh, let's just talk about that for a second. Omar completely forgot his ID. I think he had his like nursing like name badge in the car, not his driver's license or any other form of ID, but they were able to like use that and it was fine. But I was like, really, Lena, you made such a point to like make it so important that he brought his ID, and then he went off and forgot it. So We definitely used all of our laptops, chargers, all that stuff. Definitely bring all of your entertainment. I wanted to share with you guys what I'm bringing for my nurse's gift. Oh, and the nurse's gift. As a nurse, I know that we appreciate food very, very much. So I'm bringing like a big snack bag for labor and delivery and also the postpartum unit. So the nurses really, really appreciated this. They loved that it was just in like a really easy bag. They could just grab stuff at the nurse's station. I brought like crackers, granola bars, chocolate, just like stuff that was like packaged that was easy to like eat while they were charting or whatever, or like just grab and go. So they really, really appreciated that. The postpartum nurse asked me if I wanted to like keep the bag in my room and have nurses just come and grab out of my room, but I was like, no, like take it to the nurse's station. And they were so grateful that they could just take it out and just get what they wanted. So I would totally recommend bringing a nurse's gift because nurses work so hard, but I mean, not essential by any means, but they appreciate it so much. And my nurse, she was my preceptor, so she trained me when I used to work there, and she was like, of course you would bring your nurse's gift in your like signature pink color. And I'm like, oh my god, they know me too well. Okay, so that is everything that was in my hospital bag. I feel like I did pretty good. I feel like I used most things, and even though I didn't use everything, it was still nice to like know that I had it. I'm just the kind of person that I like to be like over prepared. Maybe some people think I'm like super high maintenance, I don't know, but I just like to be super prepared, and I'm glad I brought everything that I did even though I didn't use everything. So I hope that that gives you guys a little bit better insight into what you actually need, what would be nice to have, things that are definitely not essential. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what other kind of videos you would like to see on my channel, whether they be baby related, pregnancy related, or not. And I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.